Live from Indianapolis, I'm Mark Hale with Giants beat writer Paul Schwartz and Steve Serby. What do you do around here?
Try to make sense of what you say.
There you go. Talking to you during Super Bowl week. We'll be broadcasting live during this entire week here with the game just 5 days away. And the Giants going to get back to practice this afternoon. We spoke to Tom Coughlin and the team this morning. And Paul, Giants have a couple of injured guys whose status is a little not up in the air, but where are we with Hakeem Nicks, Jaquan Williams, and Ahmad Bradshaw?
Yeah, a lot of the players saying they're excited to get back to practice.
Yeah.
It's been since Saturday. They haven't practiced. They feel like they've been sitting around doing a lot of talking, not a lot of practicing. Hakeem Nicks didn't practice last week. He had sprained his AC joint in his shoulder, making a diving catch in San Francisco. He says he's fine. He could play last week. I think he'll be fine. I think they were precautionary. His shoulder will be sore, not 100%, but he's definitely going to play. Jaquan Williams, I think, a little more troublesome. He's got a sprained foot, and those things don't heal overnight. He was in a walking boot with his right foot on it. He was not in the boot today, but he wasn't practicing today. Today he was just walking around.
Right.
And he says he's going to practice today, and he says he's going to play in the game. I'd be surprised if he practices today. I would not be surprised if he plays in the game.
Important player for the Giants, both on defense and special teams. And nobody's more important, obviously, than Rob Gronkowski, the Patriots. Not than you, yeah. Than Rob Gronkowski, the Patriots, dealing with his ankle issue. And what do you think, Serby? I mean, we've talked about this before, but, I mean, where is this guy at physically, and what can we expect at him on Sunday?
Well, he probably won't practice today, but I watched him walking out of the Patriots practice media session today, and he, faked like he was limping, and then he walked out very briskly. There's no doubt in my mind that this guy will play. And now, again, is he going to be 100%? No.
Right.
Is he going to be 60%? Maybe. But he could be a dangerous guy in the red zone. But they asked, excuse me, well, you had 5 minutes on your soliloquy. I can go a little bit longer.
I'm trying to make a cogent point here, but that's okay. No, I'm just saying, you remember very well with the Eagles in the Super Bowl with Terrell Owens.
Right.
All week it was a doubt whether he was going to play, and the guy was a monster.
But Gronkowski's as tough as they come. And at one point, one of the media members asked him for an update on his medical condition, and he said, I tweeted it. I just have to refer to my tweet.
Yeah.
Gronk, asked whether he has run yet, said, quote, I'm not going to disclose information about what I'm doing because that's what they told me.
That's the Patriot way
Camp
there.
Belichick.
Yeah. Paul, OCU and Euro, we just had a media session here. No sign of the Giants' defensive end.
Yeah, it was a little strange. OC obviously is a big-time player, and he would get his own podium, and he was nowhere to be seen. I talked to a Giants official who said they knew that OC was not here. They did not seem terribly alarmed. Reading between the lines, it seems like OC kind of woke up this morning and said, I talked to the media yesterday, and I don't really feel like talking to them today, which probably put him in common with about 30 or 40 other players, but they decided to show up. So if that's true, he will be fine.
No, he's missing the point. OC in his contract is not allowed to speak on days that Matt Light speaks.
Yeah. Well, did Matt Light speak?
Yes, he did today. He spoke, and he loves OC, and looking forward to the rematch.
There you go. And one other thing that is kind of taken hold among the Giants during this run is, we're talking about where OC was at, where Trell at. Antrell Roll, the Giants safety. Well, what's the origin of the where Trell at? What are we talking about here when people talk about where Trell at?
It's funny. These guys, Antrell Roll has a shirt line now, and it's called Where Trell At, which is really interesting. The genesis of Where Trell At is Deion Grant would come in the morning, and Antrell was never there, and he was always running a little late, and he would say, where Trell at? Where Trell at? And guys started picking up on this. Where Trell at? Where Trell at? So Antrell made a shirt, and I think it's kind of symbolic of what's going on with this team.
Yeah.
For a lot of the season, where was the Giants' defense at? Where were they at? And it's fun. Antrell also said he's promising to come out with a shirt that says, at the end of the day, which is what he always says, and if they win the Super Bowl, he promises some more shirts.
And you can buy these shirts, right?
Oh, yeah. I think it's rollgear.com. Yeah.
Can I just want to introduce you to the best-looking shoe shine person in America. What's your name?
Veronica.
And you a Colts fan, or?
Well, I grew up a Bills fan, huge Jim Kelly and Flutie fan, and like the Colts, respect the Colts.
What do you think of nypost.com?
And I'm ashamed to say I don't know nypost.com.
You do know.
But I will now.
Well, you're on nypost.com.
I am. Well, that's That's fabulous.
All of New York is now going to know who you are.
Well, good. I don't have to tell New Yorkers to get their shoe shine. They're first class.
Do you know any of the Giant players? Or
I do not. I do not.
do you have a rooting interest in this game?
I am rooting for the Dodgers, of course.
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers. What am I saying? The Giants.
You're rooting for the Giants? Why?
I don't know why the Dodgers came.
Why? Of course. Why? Of course.
Well, I like New York. I like the Giants. I respect them as a team.
Could you do anything with those shoes? Is there anything you could do with those,
Yes.
with those shoes
They
he's
might be
wearing?
beyond
Indeed.
repair.
Yeah.
Nothing's beyond repair.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm Dr. Mom.
There you go.
now my wife doesn't watch nypost.com. Are you free for dinner tonight? Just kidding, honey. But anyway, it was very nice meeting you.
Very nice to meet you.
How long have you been shining shoes here?
Here for a few months. In life, 4 years. I kind of started doing it straight out of culinary school. It's a funny thing.
You never shined Rex Ryan's shoes or feet?
No. Okay. Or feet.
Okay. Veronica, it was very nice meeting you.
Very nice meeting
Thank
you.
you.
All right, that's our first special guest of the week. We'll hopefully have many more. We're obviously going to be broadcasting to you live again later this afternoon and for the rest of the week leading up to Sunday's Super Bowl 46. For Steve, for Paul, I'm Mark.
Veronica.
And for Veronica, thanks for watching.